The Sundarpur Village Biryani competition is the most highly anticipated culinary event of the year. The local favorite, a vendor named Mohan, waits confidently as the judges approach his cart to taste his famously perfect vegetarian biryani. But instead of praise, the judges spit it out in disgust, with precision every single day. Now, with the judges coughing and shaking their heads, he faces immediate disqualification. A master chef producing a perfectly measured dish doesn't suddenly forget how to cook on the most critical day of his career. To understand how this recipe was ruined, we have to look off the plate. Rewind to a few days earlier. Mohan runs the most popular food cart in the village, but despite the daily lines of loyal customers, he is operating under a crushing financial weight. A local moneylender named Seth Donraj arrives at the cart with an ultimatum. Mohan must pay off a massive loan left behind by his late father within 1 week, or Donraj will seize the business and shut it down permanently. This timeline chart illustrates the trap Mohan is in. The red line shows the fast-approaching deadline for the debt collection, leaving him with only a single path to survival. This sharp spike representing the 5 lakh rupee grand prize at the upcoming biryani competition. Losing this competition triggers the immediate permanent seizure of the cart, erasing Mohan's family legacy in a single afternoon. The local market is a zero-sum game, and Mohan's success has a direct casualty, Vikram. Vikram runs a competing non-veg biryani cart, but his business is failing because the entire village prefers Mohan's cooking. This top-down schematic of the competition grounds reveals how the crime took place. We can see Mohan's cart positioned here, Vikram's cart right across from it, and the scheduled pathway the judges will take. Vikram has a clear, unobstructed line of sight to observe his rival. Hours before the tasting, the village leader, the Mukhya, approaches to wish Mohan luck. Mohan steps away from his cooking station to greet him, leaving his cart entirely undefended. Acting on a tip from his friend Suresh, Vikram seizes the moment. He sprints across the square, dumps a handful of salt straight into Mohan's biryani pot, and retreats to his own cart before Mohan ever turns around. The crime is driven by market jealousy, and Vikram executes it by exploiting a 15-second lapse in physical security. Standing by his ruined dish, Mohan begins a process of elimination. He knows his measurements were perfect, which means the salt was added later. He recalls the only moment he was distracted, and remembers Vikram standing just feet away from his station while the Mukhya spoke to him. Proximity makes Vikram the only logical suspect, but without a direct witness, Mohan has no proof. He reasons that Vikram wouldn't act alone in such a public space, which points him toward Vikram's constant companion, Suresh. Looking at this game theory payoff matrix, we can see exactly how Mohan breaks the conspiracy. Suresh faces option A, stay silent, earn 0 rupees, and carry the guilt of ruining a neighbor. Or option B, confess to the judges, gain immunity, and receive a guaranteed cut of 1 lakh rupees from Mohan's prize money. Mohan is restructuring the economic incentives of the situation. He makes betraying Vikram far more profitable than protecting him. The math is too good to pass up. Weighed down by a heavy, guilty conscience and tempted by a massive payout, Suresh finally flips on his partner. Together, Mohan and Suresh march straight to the Mukhya's house to deliver a full confession of the sabotage. The authorities confront Vikram at his cart. He attempts to deny the accusation, but with the eyewitness testimony of his own co-conspirators stacked against him, the judges immediately disqualify him from the competition. Deceitful shortcuts are fragile by design. They rely entirely on accomplices, and an accomplice will almost always turn on you the second the market offers them a better deal. With the saboteur disqualified, the judges recognize the truth. The Mukhya officially declares Mohan the rightful winner of the incredibly massive 5 lakh rupee grand prize. Mohan immediately puts the capital to work. He pays Seth Donraj in full, erasing the threat to his business, and honors his contract with Suresh. In the months that follow, eager customers travel from neighboring villages just to eat at Mohan's stall. Vikram, completely discredited, loses what little business he had left. Sabotage might offer a temporary illusion of victory, but long-term market dominance and personal security can only be built on a foundation of honest labor and a high-quality product.